Okay, 25th of the 10th, 2020. I was feeling really dread on the 23rd, and I didn't know why, but then I realised it's because I had a fall that day, and a couple of years later, my son had a near fatal, and that date is the 23rd of October. As well, I had a dentist appointment, but my blood pressure was, they said it was too high. They said it was borderline, but I was 3 points under borderline. So anyway, they wouldn't treat me, and then they rang me and asked for the doctor's number. So there you go. They said it's in my interest, but all they're doing was doing a check. So it's not like they're giving me any meds and it's going to hurt my blood pressure. But anyway, that's a dental clinic in Cairns at James Cook. All right, with regards to the lotto, apparently someone from the lot rang me, which is unusual, but not unusual in that I had contacted an ombudsman the day before because I wasn't happy with the way, and clearly I'm not happy with the way that Lotto has dealt with me for, 6.5 or more years, because there's an unclaimed prize, and I know I was there, and all right, I chose the numbers, but yes, it's very hard to prove. So it's out there. If I'm the winner and I can't prove it, it's out there. Anyone else, good luck. Like, I can tell them the day I bought the ticket, I can tell them how the numbers came about. I can pretty much tell them how many squares, although I had made a mistake in a square. All this they can show, well, they can see from their records. And as well, I haven't manifested or made up witnesses. I remembered by sight people, and I actually found them in Cairns. And luckily, one has a credit card statement, which the lot nor the Justice Department have. They've known about it. They've known I must be close to the mark because I and my son were investigated at Justice Department level. But they've made little mistakes. They've sent mail to the wrong address. They've called it a different drawer, and that's had to be fixed. I have had an ombudsman involved before. She did ask me why I chose one particular number, but was told at that time, you really don't have enough proof. But I believe since then I've had witnesses, and my son was investigated after me, but because I got the paperwork back and all the verbatim back from Lotto, kind lady sent me the things free of charge. I suppose you get them under freedom of information. It clearly shows that, number one, that they knew of witnesses, but they just flagged it. They never bothered to contact. They knew that I was there and that my son was there, but instead of investigating my son, the investigator just couldn't be bothered, I suppose, and said to one of his peers or supervisors, "Do I have to investigate because the mother's already been investigated?" Now, my son and I are two different people, and for them, to flag witnesses and to say that holding an investigation, which they're probably charging the taxpayer for, and then not bothering to investigate people, that's a flaw in our justice system. And the detective has told me, yes, good luck. I've been told by forensic account lawyers, and I really probably need a lawyer to help me right now with a letter. Um, the onus of truth is on me, and there is such a thing. You can present things to a court, and there's such a thing called the secret, whereby the details of the winning ticket have to be shown to me, and that's largely what I want. I know Lotto don't want to do that because if they do show the details of the winning ticket, I believe beyond a doubt that a jury or any layperson would say that because of what I've already disclosed to them, that the ticket must have been. It's irrefutable. If I know the date, if I the post office lady knew I was there that day. My son was there, my two witnesses, and one largely with the credit card statement. And those people, I've just not made them up. I've happened to bump into the first person, and then the second person I have mentioned, I did put flyers around cars. This is 5 years later, and I happened to get a phone call, and the only phone call I got, and I still remember it was 9:20 on the morning after I put the flyers out, was the second witness, which sent me a photo, but it happened to be a photo of someone else. So I said, no, it doesn't look like you. And then I saw another photo because the first photo was of her mother, and she probably was testing me out. And then I saw the right photo. It actually met the person because I had to get an affidavit. So I have two witnesses, one that purchased before me on the same computer as me, and these details should be held on the shop ledger still because it's not 7 years yet. And then I have the other bubbly witness, which is the reason I remembered this lady, because who remembers witnesses in stores a few years later? But anyway, Lotto just totally disregard that. They don't want to pay it out. So be well, everyone. I'm still fighting for it. I just want to be heard.